This is part one of a two-part podcast.
Hi, this is Mark. There are a lot of reasons to get angry these days, but I prefer to focus on the positive things that we each can do to make this world a better place. The book, Building a Better World in Your Backyard, Instead of Being Angry at Bad Guys, is a great resource for just that. Instead of throwing my arms up in frustration at governments or big corporations, there's a list of ideas that we each can tackle to affect change. Information about this book and other resources can be found at Permies.com.
Okay, this is going to be an off-the-cuff podcast. So normally I have like a list of points I want to talk about, oftentimes 4 pages long, and then as I go along I check off, okay, I got that one, got that one, got that one. So I spend like an hour preparing, but this is zero prep. In fact, I think what I need to do is I need to start putting all this, like writing it down.
Yeah.
This topic. Now, okay, so Samantha, you have foolishly come out here, and we happen to have some guests, and then you were like, oh, they need to be fed, and so you suddenly cooked a bunch of stuff. There's a separate here, Melissa. So between the two of you, you were like, oh, we're gonna.
Yeah, we made food. It was fun.
Yeah.
She made a beautiful apple pie and lots of cookies.
And then the people coming brought a huckleberry pie.
Yes.
And
for you.
And it was like it was a commercial pie. They bought the pie, which is, there's not very many places in Montana. You would think that there'd be tons, but
he said they were real Montana huckleberries. Right,
and I didn't know that this place existed, so it was different. But
it's really cool.
But I'm kind of doing food as medicine, so I only had one bite.
Was it good?
So I thought it was good. I'm not sure. I think people are trying to eat around the hole I made in the pie. Like, what the hell happened to the pie there?
Just one
Something
bite.
went wrong. I'm going to avoid that spot. Okay. So the whole time you've been here, if you slow down for a moment, where I am, I've been whining for over a week about, like, you know, I feel like a 90-year-old dude who's going, the world's turning to shit. Kids these days. But okay, this is something where I believe we've come up with a powerful solution, and I want to get into that. Yeah. But I want to say that there. I want to not name the person or name the book.
Okay. Because
I don't want that. Because I hate them so much. It's like I don't want to do bad publicity as any publicity is good publicity. And so, but it's like there's a book out there. The title should be How to Fuck People Over for Money. How to live your life as a level 9 douchebag and get paid for it. And it's like, and it kind of seems to be the foundation of our society today about how to game the system.
Yeah.
Okay. And I swear, and in fact, I'm not sure if this is going to be my worst podcast ever or my best. And so I'm so sorry, and I wish I had my thoughts together better, but this is like, I don't know, maybe in a few months I'll have clearer thoughts, but I'm trying to pull the thoughts together, and I'm going to share what I have so far. But it's been a rough week for me, and it's like, and when Stephen was talking to me about it, I don't know. He was saying you gotta get out of here for a day, and so the way that I measured, or the way that I was describing it is like, I don't know if I've ever had a week that had this much sleaze in it,
really?
All in one week. And so, all right, now and it's like, so I want to talk about sleaze, and then I want to talk about anti-sleaze. Yeah. So, like, what is the cure? What is the solution? And in order to be able to talk about the solution, we have to first talk about the problem.
Right.
And while I've had probably a dozen different things this week that are really shitty, one of the things I was thinking, like, well, you know what? Every 8 weeks, I go and donate blood, and I want to. I'm just sitting here. I'm so festering in the sleaze right now. But okay. And I think for a permaculture person, there's a lot of good reasons to go donate blood. And health benefits even. So sorry, lots of good reasons. And I wrote a story. I think it was about 9 years ago. Called something like, Missoula Swords and Pie or something like that. Okay. And but I basically described attempting to, like, I used to donate blood every 8 weeks when I was younger, and then there was a thing that happened, and this comes up in this story here in a moment. So, but the blood, the place where I donated blood, the Red Cross in Missoula, Montana, they said, we tested your latest, a donation, and there's a marker for liver something, and you need to go see your doctor. So it's like, oh fuck. So I went to go see my doctor, and my doctor tested, and he's like, okay, the Red Cross made a mistake. Your blood is fine. Your liver is fine. Okay. Everything's fine. Good. And so you can go back to donating blood. Everything's fine. And I was just kind of pissy, so I didn't. And it's like, because I kind of felt like they really freaked me out. Yeah. And I was in my 20s then. And so it was like, I just don't need the bother. And granted, I don't blame the Red Cross for that. They made that mistake, but there's going to be some false positives or false negatives or whatever it is once in a while, and it's like, understood. But I was just like, my life was full, and I was doing other things, and so off I go. All right. Years pass, and then I've decided to go donate blood again for reasons, and it's like mostly a lot of permaculture reasons, a lot of health reasons, and it's like so I go to the Red Cross again, and I fill out that horrible questionnaire. Have you had sex with a fox in a box eating locks? Picking locks. They ask you the same question. Like, I think there's 9 questions in there about whether or not I might be pregnant. And it's like, my favorite, have you ever been paid to have sex? It's like, and I feel like the answer is no, but I kind of feel a little sad about that. like what? Now I feel like I haven't really lived my life.
Oh my gosh.
So, or if I say yes, it's like, oh, well, we've got, Susie in accounting would like to talk to you now. But all right. Skipping past that. The thing is, so I answer this long ass questionnaire, asking questions that are like they do it all wrong. I just feel like this is the stupidest fucking thing. Like, why would they ask me if I'm pregnant over and over and over again? Why not say, hey, are you even able to get pregnant, like, ever? No. Okay, we're going to skip the next 9 questions. It's like, okay. But what happened was they said, oh, the system has you flagged. You once donated blood before there was an internet, and you were flagged. Yeah. And so we're not allowed to take your blood. And I explained to this person, like, oh, I went to go see the doctor about that, and they said, and I don't even remember what it was. And they just said, no, you're just flagged. Yeah. And now the other thing is, I go into the Red Cross, Missoula, Montana, and there's like 7 people working there, just standing around. There's nobody there to donate blood when I'm there. Wow. And it's like, they're all getting paid to be there. And so here I am, their meal ticket. No, computer says no. And it's like, wow, they've been holding on to that data a while. But okay. And they're like, you're going to have to talk to the Red Cross. And I say, okay, that works for me, because My understanding is at this very moment, I'm in the Red Cross. Oh no, what I mean is you're going to have to call corporate. I'm not sure if they said corporate, but it's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Does nonprofit have a corporate? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
You got to call the New York office.
Okay.
And get it all sorted out. And so, all right. So 45 minutes of talking to a woman where English is not yet her second language, and I think she's got a couple more years to go.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, well, I have a lot of unkind thoughts about the whole thing, but the woman finally says, okay, it's fixed in the computer, so you can go donate blood now.
Okay.
And we're going to send you a letter in case there's any question whatsoever, and you can waive the letter.
Okay.
And it's like, all right. So it turns out we don't even test for that anymore.
Wow.
And in addition to that, I got my blood tested again. Fresh letter from a fresh doctor saying this dude's blood is delicious. And so, all right. So that letter, I waited for the letter to come from the Red Cross. Never arrived. So a month later, I go back to the Red Cross. They will not talk to me until I fill out the whole damn form again.
Wow.
Which, so I'm not pregnant. No, I'm still not pregnant. And I know that this is a different look at pregnancy, and I'm not that kind of pregnant either. And it's like, all right, so moving on. I wasn't pregnant 3 years ago. I wasn't pregnant this last week. I wasn't pregnant, and I'm pretty sure I'm not pregnant even though, okay. So now, all right. Get into the little room. Denied.
What?
And it's like, well, I got this letter from my doctor. Don't care. And this is the foundation, because this story goes on just a little bit further, but I want to say, I'm going to get past this and we're going to move on to solutions in a moment. And it's like, okay. She said the same thing. You got to talk to the Red Cross, and I said the same stupid thing, like I'm at the Red Cross, and she's not entertained. And again, inside this building, there's nobody else there except for people being paid to be there and me. And it's like, and it's pretty clear. If she wasn't paid to be there, she would not be there, which is fine. Yeah. Which is fine. But it's like, clearly the New York office really doesn't care. Yikes. But they're the ones paid to care about this thing. And I don't know, the gal in Missoula that I'm supposed to talk to in this little room about all my most embarrassing things, which turn out to be not embarrassing enough. My life doesn't have enough embarrassing stuff to be embarrassed about, I guess. And now I feel a little bad about that, but fine. She doesn't care either. She's like, nothing I can do. Wow. And it's kind of like, now at the same time, I kind of feel like, all right, on Permies. So, I mean, and you're on the Permies.com staff.
I am.
So you get to see this stuff. And so people all these people coming to Permies are human beings, and all that implies. And when anybody shows up and says anything, it seems like the staff creates, in our private staff-only forum, creates a thread about it, and then it goes on for 5 pages of talking about, like, what should we do? What is the decent thing? How do we want to help this person? Are they, maybe they're just a bot. Are they nasty? Are they mean? Right. Are they nice? If you're nice, you get the red carpet. And we've had some people who are not nice. They're like, I am nice! You be obedient to me! And it was like, and the staff, they didn't fall for that. Yeah. But we handle these issues in a human way. And we've got some bad actors showing up and being naughty, so naughty, and I think that the staff cares, and we have ways Yeah. And then there's people who are like, I think I'm lost. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to figure this out. Can I get some help?
Yeah.
And we make ourselves super duper available in so many ways.
Yeah.
This is my long-winded way of saying I hope that we never do to people what the Red Cross has been doing to me, and I assume many others. And that is that we don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Right.
We're here to make money for ourselves and for our bosses and the CEO of this non-profit organization. We got to make sure that person's fucking rich. That's our mission. It's to make that person really fucking rich. And so that's what we're really all about. And you kind of are taking time because of the bugs in our system. And so I kind of feel like, okay, I've detected a flaw. A collection of flaws, really. There's lots of room to optimize on that damn questionnaire. You know,
right.
Why are they asking me if I'm pregnant? I'm a dude.
Yeah.
And I don't have eggs and things.
Right.
You know? So, all right. I fixed this in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it became clear I can never, ever donate blood again to the Red Cross.
Right.
So I went to a place in Spokane.
Okay.
And they have a branch in Coeur d'Alene, which is closer to me than Spokane. And sometimes I go, so every 8 weeks, I go on a little road trip and donate blood.
Okay.
And of course, I need to stop at the little... it's a little segue. I probably do tangents way too often. I stop at the little organic grocery store in Coeur d'Alene, which, and I don't know why. I mean, Missoula has the good food store, and I do enjoy the good food store, and but I like this little thing in Coeur d'Alene better. And
it's a great store.
And it's like, and here's, this is going to sound so dumb, but it's like, why? Why is it great? Why is it? And it's like, okay, like, for example, I might go and say, I'm going to go find a jar of mayonnaise. And I want the stuff made with the avocado oil. I'm going to go find this jar of mayonnaise. And good luck. Good luck finding that. Because it's like, this store has been remodeled so many times, they kind of, it ended up as a maze.
Yeah, it's
like
a treasure hunt.
So yeah, it's gonna take you a moment. This store is not a rectangle. You know, all the other grocery stores or whatever in the world are rectangles, and then you know that all the produce is over there, and all the dry goods is in the middle, and whatever. But it's like, not this one.
But this store has it. Whatever you want, it's probably there. You could either hunt for it, or you can ask one of their lovely staff.
You have to enter the maze. And you're going to be a while. Yeah. And it's like, really the thing to do is just traverse the whole maze to get the things that you want and just happen to see them as you go by. And it's like, but instead, it's like, try to remember if you could think about where it might be and have a shortcut in the maze. And it's like, it's just, why do I like that so much? It's just, all right. Anyway, so I thought I solved the problem, and I found another place where I wasn't a glitch in their in computer, and so I went and donated blood. I've been donating blood there for years now, and but okay, for my whole life, for the before times and the more recent times, I think I'm well past 5 gallons total.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's a lot of blood.
and let me just say, from a permaculture perspective, if you donate blood, it's a great way to get rid of heavy metals like iron. My iron levels were a little high for a while, but now they're fine. Okay. But also, apparently, microplastics build up, and this is a way to get rid of it.
Yikes.
Now, you could think, well, wait a minute. What about the people that are receiving the blood? You're dumping all your microplastics on them? And your heavy metals? And it's like,
no.
Yes, I totally am. But I think that their microplastics, because I've been doing this for so long, I think that my heavy metals and microplastics are very light.
Yeah.
Probably much lighter than whoever's needing the blood.
Well, you don't use a lot of plastic in your life.
Well, and there's that. And my blood's extra organic.
Exactly.
And so the moral of the story is that I think that whoever's receiving it, their current microplastic level is probably 10 times higher than mine.
Oh, yeah.
And probably their heavy metal level is 10 times higher than mine. So they're getting the good stuff. Plus, I think they've got bigger fish to fry at the moment.
If somebody needs blood, they have a real problem.
They're like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Whatever you got, I'll take it. Yeah. In fact, they probably aren't even awake to contemplate, like, do blood shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe this one. Wow, does this blood make me look fat?
Like this organic guy's blood.
Yeah. Ooh, does that cost extra? It's the same. Oh, I'll take that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but, so I'm thinking, all right, here's what I'm going to do. Because it's been a rough week, and I don't want to share the 15 other stories of sleaze of the week. And it's like, and Stephen's like, dude, you need to unplug.
Oh,
and I'm thinking like,
cool.
okay, you know what? Friday will be 8 weeks since the last time I donated blood. So I'll have a little road trip to Coeur d'Alene. I'll go to the little fun organic store. I'll go and donate blood.
Yeah.
And it'll be like a little, and on the way there, I'll listen to my audiobook.
Excellent.
And on the way back, listen to the audiobook. And, so it's like, all right, a little unplug, a little outing, but here's the funny thing. What I used to do is just show up. Mm-hmm. And then one time I found out that they like close at 3. Oh. And I was on my way to Seattle. And I thought, I'll just stop by there on the way. But it turned out I showed up too late. And so, but like almost every time I go there, I'm the only guy there. And there's like a whole bunch of people standing around looking for something to do.
Wow.
And so it's like, but I was too late that day. Everybody's like going home. And it's like, oh, damn. So what I've been doing is they have the online thing, and I'll go online and I'll make an appointment, which their interface is shit. Of course, at one point in my life, I was a software engineer, so I have some thoughts, but not anymore. And it's like, so I get by. But so every time I'm going to go donate blood, I will, like the day before, go and make an appointment online, and then go in, and then they'll be like, oh, we can see that you have an appointment. Yeah. And then I can also make sure that I'm there at a time when they're open and things. So it's like, all right, this has all worked out great, and I've kind of got a autopilot system to do this. So, 2 days before Friday, I go on to the computer and I say, I want to make an appointment for this day. And the computer says, no. You have to wait 8 weeks. And so I yell at the screen, it's been 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, all right, there's a fucking bug. Yeah. And it's like, and this is part of, I want to go on like a 4-hour tirade about how so much software everywhere is just so shitty. And I think here we are at Permies, we have a no profit model.
Yeah.
And Permies runs on a shoestring. And I think we put more effort into the quality of our software than like these people that have fuck tons of money. So, and I'm angry about that. But, okay, all right. So I think, all right, well, what I'll do then is I'll wait until the day of.
Okay.
And then then it'll the bug will not be there because it's saying today instead of like 2 days in the future. Because it's true. When I'm trying to make the appointment, I want to come in 2 days in the future, and maybe something with that. So on the day of, I go in and try to create the appointment. No. Oh. You have to wait 8 weeks.
Oh.
And it's like, it has been 8 weeks. So I go to the system and look on the online. When was my last donation? There's the date. And it's like, okay, what's 8 weeks after that? Today.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I'm ready to go. All right. It's not working. And it says, if you have any problems, first, go through this FAQ.
Right.
Where there's no frequent, I'm sure there's a frequently asked question that's a literal frequently asked, why is your website so fucking horrible? I couldn't find that question anywhere in the FAQ, but I'll bet that's the most frequently asked question. So, all right. Yeah. Then it says, okay, if you didn't get it, you can call our number.
Okay.
And here's our phone number, 877, go fuck yourself. And it's like, our people are standing by starting at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. And it's like, oh, it's 7:30 Mountain Time.
Yeah.
So they're open. I'm going to call. And then, of course, the annoying little voice thing like, pay attention because our options have changed. I don't care about that, but whatever. And it's like, and then it's like, okay, all right, did you want to talk to a person? That's
what I called.
That's, yep. You must call during our business hours. You've called while we're closed. What? So, all right, then I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to call the Coeur d'Alene Blood Donation Center and say, hey, if I just show up and I didn't fill out the appointment thing, can you like you used to and stuff?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to know that number. And it's like, there's so many people there. I know they got phones.
Right. They have to have a phone number. But not for you.
So, okay, so I'm not allowed to email. There's no chat. There's no online, help me. It's all call our number so we can ignore you thoroughly.
Wow.
And it's like, okay. I kind of feel like this is all pretty sleazy. I'm not absolutely certain about this, but I think I read that companies like this, non-profit companies like this, get $2,000 per pint of blood.
Wow.
And so it's like, okay, I'm willing to drive all the way over there and give you blood for free, which you're going to then sell for $2,000. And but it's like, so part of it is like the woman in Missoula who seemed so perturbed that I was there.
That you even showed up.
I mean, I think she's not donating her time.
Right.
I don't think she would be there unless she's getting paid.
She's not a volunteer.
And I also think that my feels say that while she's there working, mostly sitting around because there's no one there to donate blood, but and maybe there's times when it's really busy. I'm sure there is, but I keep going in there and it's continuing to be a ghost town of like 6 or 7 people standing around. But the subtext I read on her face is she's not paid enough. She wants to transition to a higher paid. She wants to game the system to get more money, which more power to her. But I kind of feel like, it seems like her position would be, okay, here we've hit a glitch. Let's see if we can solve it.
Yeah.
And And the staff at Permies.com were all volunteers, except for me. I get paid a negative amount. But it's like, boy, the amount of human care that goes into all these different situations, I think is pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
And then I feel like, I'm dealing with sleaze that has to do with Permies, with bad actors.
Yeah.
People that are just like, they're just, and I don't want to get into it. I kind of feel like I don't want to drag my week of sleaze into this podcast. What I want to do is kind of like give people an idea of, and I think it's so much of our society, and I believe in the last 10 years, and I don't know, I've asked way too many people this question, and everybody seems to agree, but it's not exactly a proper statistical analysis.
Okay.
But I put out this thing. I think the world, at least here in the United States, is 4 times sleazier today than 10 years ago.
At least, maybe more.
So.
Have you ever wondered whether a particular book was really good or just so-so, and if you could trust the reviews online? When it comes to books related to permaculture, Permies has a large list of reviews for over 100 books. Perhaps you're considering a book for yourself or a friend, or you're just curious about what's out there. Stop by Permies.com/book and take a look at the book review grid and read some honest reviews, and hopefully you'll find the next book to add to your collection.
So let's see, it's currently 2026, so we're talking about 2016.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I got all these, I've got so many examples, but it's kind of like everybody's trying to game the system. And it's like, but the people on Permies, the staff at Permies.com, I don't think they're trying to game the system. They're authentically, and this is part of why they're there, how they got to Permies and why they're on staff.
Right.
Is it's like they are human beings, and they authentically care about permaculture and people and how do you solve global problems.
Yeah.
And the way that you're going to do it is to care.
Exactly.
And it's going to be thousands of little things that you make better. It's each day there's 4 little wackadoodle whatevers, and we're going to try to think it through and do the right thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, so why is it that, and by the way, February, I think we had, I'm not sure of the number, but I think we had 21 million people.
So cool.
But it was like 200 million page views.
Wow.
But 21 million people come to Permies.
And when someone has a problem, you help them as an individual. Well, you maybe don't. Your staff helps them as an individual.
Right.
You treat them with respect as an individual human.
Right. And if you write to me directly, good luck with that. The thing is, I'm still getting flooded with so many emails. I fall behind, 10 or 20 emails a day. And if you need help, I'm just so overwhelmed. But sometimes I'll forward it to somebody. But really, the best thing is like if you're having a problem with the Permies software or with a purchase or anything like that, post in the tinkering forum, and chances are within 10 minutes somebody will try to help you, at least get the process started, and say, we'll make sure we'll get it all sorted.
Oh yeah, you have a great staff.
Oh yeah,
they're wonderful.
It's such a and they take care of just so much every day because there's so many people. All right. So what I'm trying to do is I want to be able to say, so I didn't donate blood.
Right.
For the first time. I mean, I've been doing it every 8 weeks for so long, and it's like, now it just feels weird to not. And it's like, but, and it's their own, and I couldn't talk to a human being.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just felt like sleaze compounded by sleaze compounded by sleaze. How to game the system. And I'm sure that everybody that's listening to this, all 7 of you, everybody that's listening to this is like, oh man, tell me about it. I mean, the list. I don't even want to start making a list because the list will be so long, it'll be depressing.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is kind of another thing is like the whole thing about news. I kind of, and one of the big things I've been pushing for lately is that there's so much that's depressing in the world.
Yeah.
But if you have a large garden and a humble home, all that stuff becomes rather small and far away.
Yeah.
All right. Now for the good part. So we kind of talked about sleaze. We kind of talked about, and so what is anti-sleaze? What is the opposite? Now, I kind of feel like I want to introduce a word, and I think I've talked about it a little bit in a past podcast a long time ago. But I know I brought it up in a thread on Permies, and I don't know. It seems like it's now woven into our vocabularies, at least on the staff. But every once in a while, somebody will arrive here, or they'll send me an email about something, and they'll use this phrase or this word, spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a thing called spoon theory. I did not make it up. Although I have now seen more than a dozen places across the internet where they gave me credit for making it up. I did not make this up. I do make up a lot of stuff, but I didn't make this one up. Somebody else made up this idea of spoon theory, and it's apparently originally created for people who have chronic pain. And so the idea is that a normal human being starts the day with 12 freshly minted spoons.
Okay.
And then if somebody is unkind to them, they might lose 6 spoons. And if somebody is kind to them, they might gain 2 spoons.
Okay.
And so if you have a really delicious meal, you might gain 2 spoons.
Yeah.
And if something else goes wrong, you might lose all your spoons. And so the day is made of spoons gained and lost. And then and then some people start the day with more spoons, and some people start the day with fewer spoons.
Yeah.
And so then if you have chronic pain, the idea is that putting on your pants could cost you a spoon.
Yeah.
And so by the time you've been awake for an hour, you're out of spoons because all these things ate your spoons and you're in chronic pain. And so then the idea is to give, I don't know, a metric to measure, to be able to talk about it, to extend your vocabulary so you can get traction on this. So let's say something sleazy happens and you're subjected to, and you're trying to do a thing and it's supposed to work, but fuck you, and really it's a flavor of apathy. I mean, the woman at the Red Cross really doesn't care.
Yeah.
Just get out.
Yeah.
Talk to the New York office. And then the woman who's paid to care about this doesn't care.
Right.
And whatever their stories are and stuff like that. But, okay, so I lose spoons.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to donate.
To donate your valuable blood. To an organization that requires
to people who need
donation
blood, and it's like, I gotta tell a story. Sorry, this is the beginning of the good stuff. Actually, I think I better skip. Let's just say I'm going to try to change names to protect the less than innocent. Okay, it goes like this. Somebody I know and a friend, and they know of me and they hate my guts.
Oh no.
And so happened to be in the same room, and I'm doing my best to be polite and cordial.
Okay.
But the funny part is that I'm sorry they hate my guts so thoroughly for as far as I can tell, no reason at all. They just do, which is fine. I get that. That's no reason is a good enough reason. All right. Okay. So, but it's to watch this person seethe in my presence is funny to me, and I'm trying not to giggle, just because I'm just there, and I've got more stories about this, which are all hilarious, as this person wishes to hate me, and but things happen in my favor in front of them, and they're like, "Argh!" And it's like, so, all right. This person is having some health trouble.
Okay.
And I'm in the same room, and this person doesn't want to talk about it in front of me, but it's like, okay, this is our only chance to, and it's like, so I had to go in today and get a blood transfusion. Just like 2 hours ago, and I said, that's funny that you should say that, because 2 hours ago I got a text from the place where I donated blood to say that somebody received my blood.
Oh my gosh.
And this woman, the anger was written all over her face, and she's trying to hold it together, and she says, "What's your blood type?" And I said, A positive. And you could just see the anger just went up by a factor of 10, and she had to leave because she's just so angry. She might be carrying my blood in her now. So she gets to hate me for weeks. As a little bit of me might be riding around inside of her. I'm sorry, it was just so funny, and her being so angry, which made it even funnier, and I shouldn't revel in her stupid anger. But there you go. That was my little sidetrack story. All right. Back to spoons.
Okay.
Back to spoons. All right. So it's kind of like, all right, if I'm going to go out and this yucky stuff is going to happen, and I have a week where it's like, there goes hundreds of spoons for the week. Like, wow, that was a lot.
Yeah.
And I would have to say that less than 1% of it was we had some servers crash, and we had to go and get them repaired, and then we had to do a bunch of stuff and a bunch of work, and it's like but that was less than 1%. It's just to kind of give you an idea, but okay, gaining spoons.
Yes.
And I know that we recently recorded something about this, and it went out as a podcast, but I kind of want to touch on it just briefly again, because I've got a new thing to add to it. Freestyle. No notes. And it goes like this. So many homesteaders, they buy the homestead, and then let's say that they bought it outright. They paid for the whole thing. There's no mortgage. They paid for it all.
Okay, good for them.
And then they get up in the morning when the alarm goes off. Make hay while the sun shines.
Yep.
They've got so much to do. And they got to do this, and they got to do that, and they got to be disciplined and have their shit together and work hard.
Yep.
And they got to repair the fence, build the fence. They got to move those animals. They got to bring in the water for those animals. They got to, the gardens need, and it's time, and it's like, and then it's like they get to the end of the day, they can't keep their eyes open another minute, but they only touched 1% of all the things that need to be done. And after 7 months of this, fuck it. I hate homesteading. Fuck permaculture. I'm out. I'm going to go back to the city.
No.
I'm going to get a job. I don't care what job. Probably something involving blood donation where I can just phone it in and get fucking money. And then I'm going to go to a restaurant every fucking day. And that's the only food I'm going to eat. And I'm not even going to think about it being not organic. I'm going to just eat poison every day until I die.
So
and if anybody comes into the blood donation place, I'm going to be angry at them. Stupid fucking people. Okay. And I wish for people who want to try on homesteading and permaculture for it to be lovely and delightful. And it's kind of like, all right, I think it's true when you are homesteading and you're getting started, there can be a phenomenal amount of work to make it happen.
Yeah.
And I do think that most people give themselves, like, they try to do it all right away.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they try to do it all. They don't do it all. And then they hate themselves for being so sucky at this.
Or at least they're tired and disappointed.
And it's like, and then of course, like, they're growing all these things in the garden, but they didn't get around to something, and then a bunch of stuff shriveled up.
Got to do it on time at the garden.
Yeah.
And the animals.
Yeah.
If you don't, it costs more work and less everything.
And then on top of that, there's all this money that they're spending to try to get it all off the ground that they never thought they'd be spending. And so, and I think this is a fairly common thing now. Now what I want to do is to say, like, okay, they got up in the morning, obligation is poison, and they have saddled themselves with a bunch of obligations.
Yeah.
But they've saddled themselves with so many obligations that they cannot possibly do it each day. It's like this day has 27 obligations and they got to 6. And so at the end of the day, as they're going to sleep, they hate themselves because I'm such a fucking loser. I can't even do these things that need to be done. They need to be done. They need to be done today, and I didn't do them. All right. So, the whole day was obligations and poison. But homesteading and permaculture should be hearts and flowers and rainbows.
Well, at some level, they love it. It is hard work, but you love it because you're not in some office. You're out there, feeding the sheep and working hard, but you're outside and you're working towards your own goals, building your own place.
All fair.
And I know it's hard, but it's awesome.
Okay. All right. I'm going somewhere with this.
I know.
So your points are all valid. But what I want to do is I want to say every hour of that day is dark. And so it's done in a space of obligation is poison. It's done from a space. It's done from a perspective of drudgery. And,
a little bit, yeah.
And it's like, it's a poison. And so I bring this up because I want to say I have a solution. And I'm going to go into some broken record territory, but I believe I'm presenting something slightly different. And I want to start off by saying something that Des said when he was the high commander of the boot camp. And so Des said, before coming to the boot camp, everything in my life, jobs and even volunteerism and everything I did was from the perspective of scarcity.
Oh, okay.
And then in the boot camp, all day, every day is from the perspective of abundance.
Wow.
So it's kind of like you might touch on those same things that homestead. So let's say it's Betty the homesteader.
Okay.
All right. So Betty was awake for 16 hours and worked her ass off for 16 hours and felt like shit all day long. And granted, Betty got to be outside, but she didn't get all the things done that had to be done.
That is a hardship. Yeah.
In a way, by Dez's words, she is doing this from a perspective of scarcity.
It's certainly time scarcity.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now let's come to what Des is talking about in the boot camp. And it's like, rather than, because with Betty, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'm not quite sure what that math is. Is it, like, I don't know, 109? It's something like 110. Is it 110 hours a week that you're awake? So Betty's putting, but the boot camp, and it's kind of like, and the reason why I'm connecting these dots is that Harry, who's got a bell thread, and you can go see pictures of what I'm about to talk about. But he posts, like, I think for the bell thread, you're supposed to post 3 pictures a day. I think Harry is posting something like, I don't know, 12 pictures a day.
Oh, how cool.
So, and so is Esteban. Esteban does it too. So, but Harry came in to my office, and he was, and it's like, he didn't need anything from me. He was just excited.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, look at this picture. Look at it. This is what we just put it in place. And it's like, here's what he was excited about. There's 2 posts in Allerton Abbey, and between the 2 posts, something went wonky at ground level, and so cleaned out the wonky and decided we're going to put a stick in there. And so we could just go and take a bit of lumber of some kind and cut it to the right length and screw it in place, and you're done.
Okay.
All right. But it's like, a lot of the stuff that we do in the boot camp is like, okay, if you were to instead, like without the screws, if you do pure wood, where it's got no metal, no glue, if you can pull it off as pure wood, you get extra points to Woodworkers Valhalla when you die. So, and it's like, so, but even more than that, whenever you make something pure wood, I've been using the expression that, like, somehow it's soul building, but in a way we can instead say you gain spoons, right? Yeah. And so I think what Harry came to show me was, look, I just got 40 spoons.
Yeah.
You know, like,
so cool.
And it was from a stick. And so, all right, so all they had to do was cut a stick, put it in there, because it's going to be covered up. No one's ever going to see it. And it's like, but he cared.
Yeah.
Esteban cared. Stephen cared. Everybody cared. And at the same time, and so when he showed me, and basically they didn't just cut the ends, they kind of carved the ends so it would match the posts in the ground, so the wood kind of flowed around the posts. Nice. I mean, it didn't flow around the posts. It was made to look like it did.
Yeah.
And then they took a plane to the top of the wood and got it crazy silky smooth.
Wow.
And then they oiled it a little bit. And then it's like, all right, how are we going to marry this chunk of wood? Don't want to cut into the posts at all.
Right.
And it's like, all right, so we need it all to be connected together. So they decided to use wood dowels.
Oh, cool.
And it's like, okay, we do that a fair bit, you know. So there's no glue.
Right.
There's no metal.
Yeah.
And it's like, but this is called draw bore. And it's like, all right, fine.
Yeah. Wow.
But and I was like thinking that they would do it from a top, and then you'd see like a little brown dot. That's where the dowel is, and it's like, and they're like, oh no, we're gonna put those dowels in a way. It'll be totally invisible.
Oh, cool.
Do you remember The Man Who Planted Trees?
Yes.
Elzéard Bouvier.
Yes.
He's like the superhero of permaculture.
Uh-huh.
And my favorite part of the whole beautiful, beautiful movie is when the narrator meets Elzéard Bouvier and is like looking at his house. This is a well cared for house. Every stone has meticulous care. It's a stone house. Every stone clearly has meticulous care. And look at the vest this dude's wearing.
Yeah, his clothes are patched without being able to see that they're patched.
Exactly. Everything has been mended.
Exactly.
In a way that the mend is invisible. And then and the dog is friendly without being obnoxious. And so it's like everything in this man's life is beautiful. Yeah. His life is easy, delightful, and beautiful.
Yeah.
This dude, Elzéard Bouvier, is a fucking fountain of spoons.
Yeah.
He's a spoon fountain. And all right. So here's Harry showing me. Look. And so he's so excited about this stick.
Yeah.
Which he even got the dowels in a way that when it's all done, you won't even be able to see it.
Wow.
And the whole thing is, so basically, we just needed a little bit of a repair, but because of human caring from a bunch of different people, but especially Harry, I guess, it's pure wood, and the dowels are hidden. There's oil on the wood that wasn't necessary. And the wood surface was planed, which wasn't necessary. And now it will all be hidden, and nobody will ever see it again.
Except in the bell thread.
Sure.
Because we can see the pictures. It is beautiful.
You can go look at it, and it does look very handsome and plain. And but he got a whole bunch of spoons from it. And but then the next part of it is that all of Allerton Abbey is made out of hundreds of little art projects.
It is. It's a beautiful cabin.
And so while Harry was showing this to me, I was saying, in other places. Now, of course, this was all natural building. I mean, we're putting wood, and the wood came from a tree
here on your farm.
Yeah. And it was dried, and then they used it.
And you milled it out with solar power.
They shaped it to be perfect and everything. And so it's a series of art projects before there's an art project. And so it's as if Allerton Abbey is made out of hundreds of little art projects. So there's all these spoons that have been harvested. But I did say to Harry something about like, okay, if this were like a conventional home, I mean, first of all, if it's a conventional home, do you really want to make an art project like that for a conventional home? It's like...
If you're going to live in it.
Sure, but if you're going to live in it and you're in a conventional home, it's like... Because this was going on the floor, but in a conventional home, the floor is probably going to be carpet, right? And it's like, is this...
Right.
Can you even do this? But... In Allerton Abbey, it's a cob floor. And
even the floor is art.
Yeah, it is. And so, but all right, let's say it's a conventional home, and it's like, okay, so there's a guy, and this guy is getting paid by the hour to do this repair, to put this in. And then that guy is going to try to drag the job out so he can get more money. Or there's a guy, and maybe I should say a person, there's a person, and they're getting paid by the job. So they're going to cut corners so they can make more money.
Yeah.
Because they're out to game the system. But this is all about spoons.
Exactly.
And so they're getting paid in spoons. And it's like, if it's going to give you more spoons, then you do something more elaborate. But if it isn't, then go on to the next project.
Right.
This podcast is continued in part 2.
In a world on the brink of social collapse, one website stands above the rest to fight back the zombie horde of corporate trolls. Permies.com. Take back control of your destiny and protect your loved ones from the toxic gick coming at you from all directions. Strap on your overalls and start building that bunker of abundance with the good vibes and friendly, helpful insight found at Permies.com.